I saw Insidious The Red Door last night, so let's talk about it. No spoilers, promise. This was another one of my most anticipated horror movie releases for 2023, and I'm giving it 3 out of 5 knives, and here's why. I'm a sucker for a callback, especially when it's within a franchise, so I loved how the 5th installment alluded back to the first 2 films in some really unique ways. They also introduced another layer as to why the Lamberts are the way they are, which I think really helped tie everything together. And there were also some really great cameos. The pacing on the scares is really well thought out. There's a slow build in the beginning, but once you get to the first scare, it was definitely worth the wait. I don't want to ruin how it was executed, but if you know, then you know. And it's not the first scare, but if you thought MRI machines were unpleasant before, just wait until you see this. Dalton's friend Chris is an incredible addition. For me, Sinclair Daniel had the standout performance, and that is saying a lot for being one of the few newbies in the cast. She had excellent comedic timing, and her dynamic with Dalton was great without ever getting too predictable. That's not to say the rest of the cast wasn't incredible, especially Ty Simpkins returning as Dalton. He definitely nailed the nuances of being the weird kid and now young adult who just fell into a coma one day and suddenly started seeing dead people. The film was also able to seamlessly move between the real world and the further with some really cool transitions. There's one in particular in the 3rd act that was pulled off so well. As far as cons, it did feel like there was some missing info from the past decade. There's a few major life events that are sort of just brushed over and take a backseat to the overall plot. There may have also been a plot hole with an Insidious 2 callback when Dalton is in the further, but it's not totally clear, which I guess in itself is sort of a con as well. There were also a few predictable moments, but the biggest one was cleared up, so I can't really hold that too much against them. And yes, there is an end credit scene, but I'll just leave it at that. Overall, this was a great addition to the franchise and a really good send-off for the Lamberts.